Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. I am so excited about today's video. We are looking at the Savage Deagon Vault Edition, which is basically the equivalent to an artist edition. It is huge, it is gorgeous, it is amazing. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. So if you watch my channel, or even if you don't, I interviewed Erik Larsen for my channel a few years ago, I think 2, maybe almost 3 years ago, and I asked him about an artist edition. I told him he definitely needs to do one, and we talked about it. He said, talked about what a pain in the ass it was, and about how much work it would be, and how hard it would be, because a lot of his art is really huge, and also how some of the later issues are digitally lettered, so he didn't even know if people would want to see the art without lettering, because he didn't want to have like art without the story. And I say, oh my god, yes, we want that, because I want to see the art without the lettering cluttering it up. Not that it's cluttering it up, because the lettering is gorgeous, of course, but what I'm saying is, like, I want to see the art unobscured. That's basically what an artist edition is. It's scans of the art, and they're done in color, so you get to see like everything, every little nuance, like the gradation of the ink, and the the blue lines, pencils, coffee stains, what have you, if there are any. This is really gorgeous. It's huge, like 12 by 18. As you can see, it's thick AF. Image Comics, Savage Deagon Vault Edition, Erik Larsen, Volume 1. I like that it's Volume 1, leaving the door open for further editions, hopefully. This is the back cover. Love the shade of green. It's funny, one of my Facebook friends predicted that Hunter Green was going to make this comeback, and is this Hunter? Because it's kind of close. But is it more Dragon Green? I don't know. Look at this. Larsen is like the king of the double page spreads, and these end papers are freaking gorgeous, you monsters. I love it. The dragon is so cool. This is my dragon. We now have Malcolm Dragon, and like, who is Dragon's son, in the regular series, because original dragon has been killed off, and it makes me sad, and I'm so happy to see him here. Erik Larsen really I knew I was gonna love this, but I loved it 100 times more than I thought I would. Like, Larsen's art was made for this format. He is just like a larger than life kind of personality, a larger than life kind of artist. His art is big and huge. He draws big. His characters explode off the page. And it is such a treat. I cannot tell you, to be able to see it in this format. I'm glad to be able to bring this to you guys. But, like, for real fans, if you love art and artist editions and are a fan of Erik Larsen, this is like a must-have for your collection. It's very expensive, yes, at $150, but the work, the sheer magnitude of this book, it makes it worth every single penny, especially if you make it part of your pull and get 20% off and save $30 straight out the gate, right? Erik Larsen, writer, creator, artist. Chris Eliopoulos, letterer. I have to give it to Chris. He's still hand lettering at this stage. This is like very early, like mini series Dragon, and I think a little bit of the early series. Josh Eichhorn, thick as a brick. I love the mythical Josh Eichhorn, who's been around since pretty much the beginning of Savage Deagon here. I mean, look at this. It's so cool. I mean, do not sit on Erik Larsen as an artist. I think people think of him as like a great cartoonist, as a great like sort of Kirby energy with the great bombastic figures bouncing off the page, flying off the page. But like, that's the trait of being able to see this format, the true artistry of his work. He's pretty much inking himself entirely at this point. I think there's nothing anyone else inked on Dragon, unless it was like a fun like collab or something like that. But like, Larsen's hatching. I love this era for his inking. Love the speed lines. Very like much in vogue as far as like the Image era of art. The credit must be given to Image artists, the original Image 7, for really I mean, there are plenty of great artists before this, but you know, like really making comics like art forward and focusing on the art and having money shots on the pages, like was one of their mantras of the image artists. And for resale value, but it's also exciting for fans too. I love it. This is so funny because we get to see the Fin at several different angles. And of course, the running gag in the Savage Deagon comic is nobody gets the Fin right. If anybody else draws it, aside from Larsen, it'd be kind of funny. Like, I'm sure he's had to have gotten it wrong at some point throughout the series, right? Would a fan be so bold as to ever point it out? Probably. The other very interesting, fun thing about this is, you know, because Dragon is so green, to take away all the green from the book and just sort of be able to drink in the starkness of the black and white and like notice the nuances of all the different inking textures, techniques, and patterns, and also just the storytelling. I don't know, sort of comes into play more. I feel like, you know, a lot of image artists or artists in general were kind of influenced by Frank Miller's Sin City at this time. And we're getting a little bit of that in here, and I think we'll get to see a little bit more of that later. I am not saying that that is 100% the truth, but it just sort of like reminded me a lot of it, I guess, you know, seeing it for the first time like this in this format in total black and white. Like, see what I mean? Like, Erik Larsen is, I love that he finally got to the point where he was able to ink his own work on a regular basis, which he was doing on his, you know, Amazing Spider-Man run after he took over after Todd on the adjectiveless Spider-Man, I believe. Because I feel like somebody like Randy Umberland inked his amazing run. Love the Zipatone. Larsen always used to use a lot of great Zipatone in his work. I feel like it's a hallmark of his inking style. This Chris Eliopoulos, I know I'm slaughtering his name, forgive me, Chris, but this lettering is so beautiful. I just love that. Like, just, you know, this is, I heard somebody like saying like they, you know, taking out sound effects out of comics because, you know, they're whatever, they're not cinematic or realistic or whatever. And I say the nay once again. It's like, I 100% in believe in using all the tools and techniques that make comic books unique, such as sound effects, such as characters talking to the audience on the cover, such as thought balloons. Give me all of these comic tropes. They're 100% why I fell in love with comic books, and I want them in my comic books, so I like when they are here. This is an amazing Mighty Man. Mighty Man, I'm always partial to the blonde characters. What can I tell you? But Mighty Man is one of my favorites. I love him. He's like such an homage to Captain Marvel and Shazam. And what a great character. And some great like inking patterns and techniques there. Love that so much. Very classic. So much beautiful art in here. The beginning of Dragon, you know, and especially during the miniseries, you know, he didn't know if it was going to continue or not. Part of the reason why it was in miniseries to begin with. And I'm so glad it continued. I'm so glad that Erik Larsen is like such an admirable, his career is so admirable. You know, he started out drawing Dragon for himself, did some indie comics with my guru, Gary Carlson from Big Bang, and got fame at Marvel and DC, and then did his own thing once again, and has been able to do it for the past 30 plus years. And, you know, there's no stopping him. He's coming out pretty much consistently lately, trying to get back to a monthly grind after some special editions and collections and stuff. I mean, this takes a lot of time away from your monthly schedule, but he's been killing it lately. It's been a lot of fun. He's moved the family to San Francisco, totally warming up to Malcolm. I loved when he was a cop, though. I don't know. There was just, like, so much fun. Like, just these pages here. And these are black and dirty with, like, grungy-ass ink. And I just love all the textures and just, like, I don't know how big the pages are, and knowing that this is pretty much the size it was in Erik's hand as he drew it. I don't know. There's just so much. It's almost like a religious experience in a way to be able to like look at the art in this scenario. This is beautiful too. This is actually what made me think earlier when I was looking at it about the benefit of the absence of color, just to see how beautifully his face is drawn here and the amount of motion he captured. It's just like, this is a standout panel from the whole book, and it's just like a simple face. Talking head, if you will, another hallmark of comics, right? So good. Erik is like the master. You know, there's such reverence and inherent curviness to Erik's art too. This is so great. I love this character. Great skull on the shoulder. Like, just so much fun. Every page is like a new, exciting, fun thing. It's funny because I thought like this was very much like although she does have swastika earrings. I wonder if I noticed that before. I haven't seen this in a while. But she looks kind of like a precursor to Rapture, and then you get like another character who seems kind of like a precursor to Rapture. Love the Zipatone here. Also love, see, like I said, like, it's so weird because these books are hella, like, they're expensive, but they're hella expensive to make. The size is ridiculous. The fact that, I mean, so it just dawned on me, like, it's basically black and white, but it's almost like it's in color because they are color scans. You can see the yellow of the yellowing on the pages when it happens, and the blue of the blue lines. So it's basically like paying for color printing, I would imagine. Good question. I'll have to ask my the people who are in the know on that. Love this. See, this is what I mean. Like, when it prints, it's just going to be black, and you see like how her hair comes through. But here you get to actually see how he went in with like either white out or white paint to sort of get like the outline of her hair, the highlight of her hair, which is just fun. Like, it's like revealing some of the magic, being in on the tricks of the trade. And I often say in my reviews and videos that any artist worth their salt is going to include Kirby Crackle in their comic book art. And I don't think a Erik Larsen comic exists or should exist without Kirby Crackle in it. And he is one of the masters of sort of implementing some of the hallmarks of Kirby that make Kirby so great. I mean, you got the action and the bombasticness to go along with the crackle. 100% right there. So good. I just love this. This is the other character that was sort of like, okay, is this like between that chick and this one? I think that's like the seeds of Rapture. The seeds of Rapture. That should be a storyline. The return of Dark Rapture or something. I don't know. Anyway, I love it. I love the huge guns. Did somebody ever mention that like Bruce Willis, like, I feel like Bruce Willis is so dragon in my mind, but if I asked Erik Larsen, he would probably slap me across the face if I said that. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's ever said who would play him in a movie, because I know he said there should never be a dragon movie, and I kind of agree with that. Or did he say that? I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. This is funny. Clearly like a Wolverine looking character, and he gets blown away by dragons. So there's fun. You know, I love little fun like Easter eggs like that. See what I mean about the stark black and white, kind of Miller-esque? It's like definitely more noticeable, or it's so weird how, you know, how color versus black and white, and how the way it looks in print, you know, it's like you can create such a total different tone and look and feel, an almost genre, you know, with a noir style. I love this here, just dragon getting shot in the eye. Yeah, once again, thuk. I mean, this is so great. Savage Deagon has always had the best sound effects and just like big bombastic art and fun villains. Star, I love Jerry Curl Star. This, like, how crazy is this with all this like splatter? I'm guessing this technique is one popularized by one Bill Sienkiewicz, where you take you take a toothbrush and dip it in ink and just flick it back on the page and get all this beautiful, very fine little splatter. That's one way to get it. Just love it. I mean, he's supposed to be a cop and he has like these huge guns, but I mean, this is like obviously Chicago's freak situation was out of control and Dragon is here to take care of business. Okay. I mean, look at how great this is. I love it. Once again, I love the way the Zipatone like fades in that yellow and like it's so cool. I mean, it looks like a degradation, but it's like a patina. You know what I mean? Dragon in the sewers. I mean, that is so cool. Look how big that character is. It is like so great because I can see this in my mind in color and I'm just like dying over this black and white version. How fun and cool and just like, so it's like very much like a horror comic in so many ways. And it's so good. Dragon transcending the genres. I mean, is this not like the best artist edition? Also funny to note, like I was like, oh, you should have IDW, Scott Dunbier do an artist edition. You should talk to him. And he's like, I have Image Comics. We have a publishing company. Why would I have somebody else do it? And of course they do it. They're Vault editions and they should. And we're getting Rob Liefeld's Youngblood Vault edition coming in 2025. And I'm so there for that too. That is going to be freaking amazing to see that at this size, as crazy as that art is. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for that. Bring it on. Bring on all the Image Vault editions. I want like a Pit one from Dale Keown, Mark Silvestri. I bet Michael Turner's Fathom would be pretty gorgeous to see in this format. I wonder if they've done that. Probably. There's probably all kinds of noir and Vault and artist editions all over the place that I don't know about. Love Mako. So much fun. Isn't it great? I mean, this is so good. I cannot wait for volume 2 already. Super Patriot, all big and huge. Like, it's weird. Like, just, there's so much on every single page. Like, there is, you know, Erik Larsen not phoning it in. It's funny because I think that, you know, especially in the beginning, like, he didn't know if it was going to continue, and I feel like he pulled out all the stops and just like, not only does it look like he had a blast doing it, and I love Super Patriot. How can you not love Super Patriot? But it's beautifully drawn at the same time. Great perspective. Love a bird's eye view. That is so cool. I love this. This is so cool. Like, what great use of negative space in this panel. That is so great. Oh my God, Kirby Crackle. Like, this character should be called Crackle, 100%. Like, I'm surprised Super Patriot hasn't had his own movie. Like, he just seems like such a great, like character that should be as popular as, like, Deadpool or something. I love Savage Deagon in the hospital gown. Once again, all the different textures. Like, you've got the great, like, hair on his legs, with this sort of like stippling on the back of the gown, along with a cross hatching and then like the veins in his arm. It's like, it's so great. It's just a lot. Overlord, isn't that his name? I think so. Love the Chicago cityscape. Love buildings and comic books and any sort of cityscape. This is one big-ass book. Is this like the whole miniseries? Bedrock. I love it. Oh, and he's called Bedrock in here, too. Dang, you look a lot bigger on TV. I thought this would be a good fight, but you're a little dude. What a rip. So is that the case? Like, okay, so Dragon, is he like 6 feet wide and 5 feet tall? Like, what's the situation? This is so great. Of course, you know, Hanna-Barbera was not excited about them using Bedrock, so he had to change it to Badrock. And I love that because that's one of those situations where he took not a stupid name, but like a used name and made it even cooler. Like, Badrock sounds way cooler, right? And I kind of always low-key have loved Badrock. Like, he obviously, like, who doesn't love that kind of character? His shoulder blades, like, he's not, or shoulder pads, like, he's not intimidating enough. Like, that is so funny. I love it. And then, out of nowhere, here comes Dun, dun, dun. Spawn. I wish we were getting like more than just like trench coat Spawn here, but oh well, it's still fun nonetheless. And I love it. And I love that aspect of the Image universe in the beginning, how they it was sort of just like a free for all. I mean, I feel like they had to just like get casual permission, but like they were using people left and right. And I feel like Dragon was kind of all over the place. Bad Rock was kind of all over the place too, right? Because they're like two of the most popular. What about Ripclaw? I would love if I turned the page and Ripclaw showed up in here. That is a gorgeous page. Look how cool that is. I love that. I don't know, that is just like so cool. This looks so good. This is why we have artist editions. Die Hard from Youngblood, Shaft, Bad Rock. Oh, that looks so cool. I love that. That is so much fun. A quiet moment, if you will. A romantic moment. A tender moment. Dragon's Bathroom. I love that panel. Classic early Dragon, y'all. Vintage, if you will. So much fun. Oh, that was upsetting. Johnny Redbeard's Next Man and She-Dragon, one of my all-time favorite characters, of course, right? So, love Dragon with a mustache. Johnny Redbeard's Next Man is a play on John Byrne's Next Men, because for some reason Erik and John Byrne have this like long-running feud. Love this. This is so cool. I love Dragon sitting around all disheveled in his apartment. You know, and this is what I love. Erik is known for his, what do you call it? 2-page spreads. And it doesn't always have to be like a bombastic action scene. It can be just like somebody, like, I don't know, it just has such an impact in a way that a cosmic fight scene would. And it's gripping. And it's great. And see, this is very like Sin City in a lot of ways, don't you think? So good. Love it. This is amazing. Thank you so much for doing this, Erik Larsen. The love and work and blood, sweat, and tears and reverence for art in this format is like dripping all over this book, and it looks incredible. Congratulations. If you guys have an opportunity to get this, do not pass on it. So good. Covers, pinups, and sketches. Classic cover to issue 1 of the miniseries there. That's a great image. Just so much fun. Love Super Patriot. Great Zipatone. This isn't as immediately familiar to me, but Dragon number 2 cover. I guess it would be, right? I don't know. Anyway, I love the inking like technique and Bad Rock's mouth right there. That is such a great cover. So good. And that is so cool too. I love that. So much fun. And that interesting. So great. Freak Force, my favorite. I love Freak Force. I'm so happy that that's here. Freak Force is my ultimate favorite. I did a Freak Force fan fiction in Darkest Image, the amazing fan project. So good. I love that. I've always loved that. That's like so interesting. That's what I mean, like, you know, about Erik Larsen, like always having a level of artistry to his work in conjunction with his cartooning. It's so funny. This is like a crazy 2-page spread. I love all the graffiti on it. Like Rob Liefeld's name is in here like 100 times. Okay, so like 3, but Liefeld, Rob Life, and then where is it? I want to say there was like Robbie. Yeah, there we go. We get it. Anyway, Brigade, Mark Silvestri, Eliopoulos, Hank Canals, Supreme? No. Youngblood. I mean, Steve-O. Is that Steve Oleoptic? A little? Steve Olaf, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that is cool. Oh, I love this so much too. And see, this is what I mean. Like, this is going to print all in black, but look how gorgeous that looks like with the, you know, the ink that isn't all like pitch black. And I feel like it's that stupid Black Magic India ink. that looks almost gray. I mean, it'll print black, but then so he's taking like, I don't know, either a razor and just like, I don't know, but it looks so cool. It's such a great angle. He should do just all covers or something. That would be a good one too. If you can't do like the whole, you know, series as an artist edition, like a book of covers would be good, because he's had some really fun, innovative, great covers. Like these included. That's almost like Simon Bisley right there. So great. I love this. Very classic dragon. Did he get the fin right? Looks a little curved, right? And then I think that looks like him beating up Erik Larsen. I think that is, if I'm not mistaken. And there is the man himself, the legend, the cartoonist, one of my favorite artists and cartoonists. And I just cannot wait for more. So much good. This has been a dream come true. Got another one for you, big guy. What a great, beautiful book. Thank you so much for making this, Erik Larsen. It is so good. Keep on keeping on. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I will bring you more soon.